It's Keely and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If not, welcome. So today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be making the Fallout TV show characters this time in The Sims 4. So I've already made the Fallout 4, or at least some of the Fallout 4 main characters. There's so many. And that's in a different video. So I'll link that above for you guys to watch in case you want to. So anyways, today we're making the Fallout TV show characters. So of course we have to start with Lucy McLean because that's the main character. And so I spent a lot of time looking for either the perfect ponytail or her like shoulder length hair with the bangs, and it was either this option or the previous ponytail here that I was deciding between. So those were my two favorites to start off. So I made sure to look up some great reference photos to get her look the closest I could, and obviously I'm not a professional by any means, but I did have a lot of fun making this and trying to get her likeness, especially for all of these characters, since there was lots of great references online for their outfits and for their hair and makeup and things like that, at least for the characters that wore makeup. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you've seen the show, let me know what you think. How do my characters fare out compared to the actual characters? What did you think of the show? What other characters from the show should I make? Because there's plenty more I haven't made. I was going to make more of the Vault Dwellers, but the only thing was obviously they're all going to be wearing the same outfit, so to speak. They're all going to have to be in some type of blue jumpsuit that looks similar to the, Vault suit, which isn't in the game, and I want to do it without using any kind of clothing CC. So you'll see later what I kind of did to try to get around that. And before I even started this video and made Lucy, I loaded in a character that I used in one of my other videos that I got off the gallery, just an unlocked cast character. So basically has all of the different furniture, or not furniture items, the clothing items that you can unlock via, careers or anything else, ways that you can unlock, unlock them. So yeah, so you'll see we'll use that later. That way we have more options to choose from and more outfits to, use. For her traits, I said self-assured, since she's confident, she thinks she can really take on the world. I said she was cheerful because she just is, and then proper because she thinks that the world has all these rules and laws and things that we follow, but once you leave the vault, a lot of those things just go out the window, and she doesn't quite understand that at first. So I said that she liked optimistic characters and that she liked fitness and gardening, which I'll get back to in a little bit, based on some of her hobbies that were listed in her beginning of the show rundown when she tells you, like, for her interview, all the things she's good at. So yeah, so I put that in there, at least a couple of them. And then for her aspiration, I had her do the big happy family one because, she thinks she's just gonna, have a great family, continue life in the vault, be a good vault dweller. And I thought about, too, giving her the discerning dweller aspiration because she's a vault dweller. So if you wanted, you could do that one, too. So here I am trying to go through some of the outfits to find the best outfit to mimic the Vault 31 jumpsuit. And you can see the outfits that have the yellow outline are ones that are unlockables, and that's what I use that unlocked cast character for. So yeah. But anyways, here I am looking through options, and I'm gonna be honest, this pilot outfit was pretty darn good. I wish it was a little bit of a deeper blue. So you see, I'm trying out a lot of other options to see what I can find. And honestly, I just kind of loved that one because it has the yellow accents and like the little pins and stuff on it. So I thought that that kind of just looked the most like a vault suit that I could find. There was that other like completely blue outfit, but it just didn't have the same like texture that I liked. So since her wedding dress look is iconic, I wanted to also do that and do her formal wear. I normally only do their main outfit because I used to do videos where I did all of the outfits, and it took so long. And most of the characters wear the same outfit or some rendition of the same outfit for the entire series, so there's really no point. But yeah, so I chose this dress because it was pretty simple, closest to the one that she was wearing in the actual show. Want to give her just a little bit of makeup, just, nothing too crazy. And then we're going to go back and find that hair I was thinking about earlier for her look, and then I was sadly disappointed to know that there is not any veils. There's no veils in The Sims 4. Is that, like, within My Wedding Stories, which you couldn't pay me to download that pack because it's so buggy. So I guess I'll just never know. Someone who has My Wedding Stories, comment down below. Are there wedding veils in that? Who knows? But yeah, so that was Lucy. And our next character is going to be Maximus. So, Maximus and the Brotherhood of Steel and everything like that. Unfortunately, like I mentioned in the other video I did with Fallout characters in The Sims 4, The Sims doesn't have the same type of like character traits that would be all that applicable to people from the Wasteland, since, you know, morals kind of go out the window and things are a little bit different than an idealized environment like The Sims, minus the ladder removals, as I said in the previous game with pools. Um, but yeah, so there's not necessarily a lot of like ways to express that through traits, unfortunately. So, you know. So here I am looking for some of the scars that I wanted for Maximus, because he has one by his eyebrow and then he has one across his nose. And I was super disappointed they didn't have the one across his nose. So, you know, I tried a couple different things, but I wasn't too thrilled and I looked several times to try to find one. But alas, I could not find one. So that's what I ended up going with for Maximus. Let's get him out of this outfit. So I just went for his casual Brotherhood of Steel outfit with the white t-shirt at first while I fixed up some of his face to make him look more like, you know, Maximus. Now, granted, this is a bowling shirt and it's not just a plain white t-shirt. And I was going to do that outfit, but then I realized, you know, I have all these unlockable outfits. There's definitely like a metal-looking outfit that would look kind of like the power armor. Obviously, not exactly. But I had a couple in mind because there's like that one robot outfit too. So I knew that I could probably find some good stuff. But yeah, so right now we're just doing some details and editing to Maximus's face to try to get the facial structure the way that I want it for him, at least the best that I can do. You know, we're working what we can. So for his traits, I gave him hot-headed because he's quick to anger. He's, you know, quick to act on certain emotions and things like that. And then I was trying to figure out what other traits to give him because he's not exactly like self like the trait in The Sims is self-absorbed, but he's not exactly self-absorbed in the like when it comes to attention, but he's like self-serving, which isn't a trait. So bear with me. But yeah, then I was gonna give him this romantic aspiration because, and that's why I also gave him the self-centered trait or something like that because that was the closest I could get. But I was going to give him the romantic one, but then that gives you the bonus of having a better chance at romantic interactions. And he wasn't too good at that, to be honest, with Lucy. So I ended up giving him the strength one with the ideas of that would run through like the Brotherhood of Steel idea of like becoming a knight. And then I gave him clumsy just because he's kind of like awkward. He's not really the smartest. There is no like not super smart trait. It's just like genius or just nothing. So here I am looking for a couple outfits. Like I said, here's like one. This is the one I was thinking of, but it just looks too fake. Like I don't like it. That one looked okay. This one was but I really liked this one because it's literally like a knight outfit. So I was like, forget the white t-shirt idea. We'll just go for the quote unquote power armor idea and roll with that. So that's kind of what I was going for him. On to our next character. Of course, we have to do another one of the major characters. So this is going to be the ghoul. Now, I made Nick Valentine from Fallout 4 in one of the other videos, and he was a little bit easier to do as a alien. But the problem is, even if I did the ghoul as an alien, I still don't think I would be able to get what I was looking for. So I knew I was probably just going to have to exaggerate on the scars and facial details because I wouldn't be able to get the same kind of details otherwise. So I was deciding between those two other outfits you just saw. Frankly, this one was pretty good. I mean, I've used this outfit before for Preston, just in a different colorway. So here we are with his, like, accessories, the hat, the clothing, the no eyebrows, all that kind of stuff. So I can't also just not give him a nose, unfortunately, and even if he was an alien, I still couldn't do that unless I want to put on my CC eyelash removal thing, and then his whole face would just be gone. If you've seen either my 100 Baby Challenge episode with the aliens, or if you've seen the Fallout 4 characters video, you know what I'm talking about. It's a bug. But anyways, so yeah, so here he is, fresh-faced, before we get into my finagling of the facial details. So I still kept him as, I think he's a young adult or an adult. I don't really remember which one I gave him. But he's still around that. So I just tried to add a lot of wrinkles, a lot of sun details, and I really wanted to add a bunch of either the vitiligo like colorings to try to make his face like look different, but I couldn't get the colors I wanted. So as you saw, I used a different one, like the birthmark one. And then I tried to add in a bunch of scars and bags to the eyes just to kind of like change his face since I don't really have anything else I can really use, and these eyes kind of helped out too. But yeah, that's kind of the best I could do when it comes to his face, since I can't remove his nose, and I can't quite get that same look. So as for his traits, we're gonna go with loner because he typically tends to be alone. I put him as mean because he's not necessarily the friendliest person, and I also put evil because he kind of just disregards everyone else's life. And, that's also why I gave him that, like, quote unquote evil aspiration. And, he does have a soft spot for his family and trying to find them, but other than that, he's not really too concerned with what happens to anyone else. So that's why I gave him those traits. Now, on to our next character. I think this character is absolutely, like, just, just, she's funny. So, anyways, yeah, so we're gonna be doing Ma June. So she's only in one episode, but I wanted to give her her lovely curly hair, and I wanted like the platinum, like grayish blonde color. Not that it's really platinum blonde, it's more of like that silvery fox kind of gray now that I think about it. But we'll get into that in a minute. As for her traits, I gave her materialistic because she'll trade with anyone as long as you offer her caps. And then I gave her confident because she's willing to stand up for herself if need be. I was toying with the idea of putting wise because, she doesn't really want to help other people out, but she does know a lot, and so that's why I ended up putting that as a trait. I don't think I've ever made a sim with that since I made her an elder, so I was like, sure, let's do it. For her aspiration, obviously, I had to do it money inclined because that's kind of what she cares about. So here's the hair I ended up going with, and I couldn't really decide on the color. I wanted something in between this color and the other color, but I ended up going with this one. And now we have to give her her glasses, of course. So I went with these ones, and then I was like, she's coming together, but something's off. So I was like, we need the makeup. And then that's when it kind of really started to go and like work for me. Now for her outfit, I was honestly pretty happy with myself. We didn't just use a pre-made like full body outfit. I actually put some shirts and things together for this. And I had eco lifestyle in mind because I knew I could get some type of like tattered like apparel look. So I went for this, and she has like the black jacket and like a reddish shirt underneath or something like that. So I just matched up that, and then she has like a khaki colored pants. So I just matched that style with different colors and ended up giving her some boots to kind of round out the look. And honestly, I was pretty happy with how she turned out. Now, on to our next character. This is the one I was thinking about before I talked about Ma June. So this is Barb. I think Barb is absolutely gorgeous. Like, her actress is just beautiful. And so I was like, I have to recreate her look. Like, the just super polished, like, just beautiful look. Like, her hair, the outfits, like, the necklaces. Like, she's just always, like, just, I don't even know how to describe it. I just think she looks fantastic. So I was like, I have to recreate her because I know there's some great curly hair in the game, and I either loved this one or this one, and I couldn't decide between which one. I loved them both. Although I felt like this one gave us more of like a 60s vibe. I thought about the vintage glamour one, but I ended up deciding on the bowling night stuff one. But yeah, so you could have totally given her this one or the other curly hair option before. I was kind of toying between the two of them, couldn't quite decide. But yeah, I was like, I totally want to recreate this. Like, I had an outfit in mind. I was like, I kind of think I know what I want to do. And I ended up giving her family oriented because obviously she does all this work at Vault-Tec and everything to try to make sure her family is taken care of. And she's ambitious. She works so hard, and that's why I made her an overachiever too, with, trying to make things happen for her family. Now, we don't know too much. Well, we know what Coop heard about her as the series goes on, but I'll let you decide that for yourself. And I guess we'll have to find out within season 2 how much she really involved herself with what was going on at Vault-Tec. So, to be continued on that aspect. Obviously, I gave her another family-oriented aspiration because she cares so much about her daughter Janie and her family. And I want to give her just a hint of like pink to like a lipstick or a lip gloss. So I ended up going with this one. And then I wanted to kind of change her facial structure a little bit. Like, she had like more of the like it kind of reminds me of like the what is it, the buccal fat removal, like that kind of look. But it's because she like is a little bit older. Like, she's not old, but like she's not like 20. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, so I was hoping the bowling night stuff would have like a 60s inspired outfit because I felt like that would look really nice on her, but I wasn't too thrilled with it. So I went back out, and then I was like, you know what? Forget it. We're just going to go for pink, like the one outfit that she has, and we'll see what we can find. So I found that one. I didn't really like it. I saw that one. That was okay. And then I was kind of going through, trying to see what I could make work. This one was all right. And then I found this one, and I was like, oh, that's it. Until I found the next dress. And I was like, no, it has to be this one. Yeah, and I was like, no, it has to be this one. I love it. So then I was like, okay, I have to find her the perfect pink heels. And I loved these because they were kind of like vintagey too. And then she has like this shell necklace, but I was like, it's fine. We can use pearls in The Sims 4 and it'll look just as fantabulous and just as like fantastic. So that's what I went with. Had to give her the pink nails, you know, to finish off the look. And I was super happy with how she turned out. I think she's just gorgeous. And yeah, so that's Barb. And then I put in there, obviously, she's family oriented and everything like that. And she likes polished fashion. It's kind of her deal. If we go on to our next character, we are going to be making one of the other characters at the beginning of the show whose head was very important and kind of a sticking point throughout the show. So we're going to make the like enclave doctor who went rogue, or like scientist guy who went rogue. So his name will pop up there in a little bit. This is the best hair they had. I swore there was a newer version of this with like the male pattern baldness type deal going on, but I guess not. This was the only one. They could really use to update that because it looks a little rough, to be honest. That was probably from like when the game first came out. So I gave him a dog lover, obviously, because of CX404. And then Genius, because he was a scientist. And Loner, because obviously he was pretty, you know, isolated, traveled alone. And yeah, I gave him a science, like nerd brain type aspiration. I guess you could give him the academic one if you wanted to, since he's all about that. And here he is. For him, I wanted to find the like a black jacket and like a blue undershirt. That was kind of what I was looking for his outfit. So cue me searching for that for the next like 5 minutes real time because this is sped up 4 times the speed. But yeah, as we near the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this and I'd love to hear your comments down below. And yeah, I can link the other video of the other Fallout one below. And I didn't make CX404 because I already made Dogmeat in the Fallout 4 episode, and they're both German Shepherds. So I decided to just go with Dogmeat from Fallout 4. But yeah, here I am just throwing in a couple more things for his likes and dislikes. But yeah, and speaking of dogs, you guys seem to really love that. So again, there will be more cast dogs videos coming up with Bluey characters as requested. But I hope you enjoyed. You can find these online by searching KeelyCat4, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!